If you're traveling or got a big trip planned and you're worried about staying in shape or losing all your gains, then stay tuned. I'm going to share 2 quick tips on how you can stay fit whilst traveling. Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Chris. I'm a doctor from the UK living and working in Australia. So last year I took 6 months out of work to go traveling around Southeast Asia to, broaden my horizons, find myself. But apart from finding myself, I wanted to stay fit whilst I was traveling. Before I left for traveling, I'd been training calisthenics and I'd got to a point where I was feeling like I was pretty good. And I was worried that when I left for traveling, I'd lose all the progress that I'd made. But thankfully, I discovered 2 tips which helped me stay in shape whilst traveling. So tip number 1, when you're looking for accommodation, hostels, whatever, just book a hostel near a calisthenics park. What you'll find is a lot of hostels or hotels are pretty similar, and you may as well choose one near an exercising facility. If you don't do calisthenics, I strongly recommend that you do. A good way to start is just to watch some YouTube tutorials on pull-ups, press-ups, dips, and different leg exercises like pistol squats. For me anyway, training in the calisthenics park was a great way to meet locals, and instead of spending all my time hanging out with travellers, I'd actually get to meet some of the local people, see how they train, what their culture was like. So for example, I got to meet a world champion calisthenics athlete called Nippon Susu on Instagram. Give him a follow. In Bangkok when I was there. Probably some of the best calisthenics I've ever seen in my life. When I was traveling through North Vietnam, I got to train with some of the local kids, and they had never even seen calisthenics in real life before. They'd only seen videos on YouTube, and that was a very touching experience. I got to see some incredible feats of strength from some older people. I found that in Asia, older people like to train a lot more than in the Western world, and you see some amazing things. And I even randomly got to teach my own PT class in Myanmar. The best way to find calisthenics parks is to go to calisthenicsparks.com, and I'll just drop a little link in the description. It's a free website to use, and it just shows you all the calisthenics parks in your area, and there's usually photos and reviews so you can help decide whether you want to go to those parks. If you can't find a calisthenics park in the area you want to stay in, just look up local gyms. The gyms in Asia were actually very cheap, so for £1 or $2 you could get a whole day pass. If you can't find a calisthenics park or a gym near the hostel you want to stay at, you can always just do a hostel room workout. But if you're going to do this, I recommend waiting until your roommates are out. You don't want to be that weird person in the hostel doing pull-ups in the bed frame when everyone else is trying to sleep. So tip number 2. So the tip number 2 is surrounding diet. And in particular, I want to talk about intermittent fasting. Now, I didn't really intermittent fast before I went traveling. I tried it now and again at home, but intermittent fasting is great for traveling, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, when you're traveling, there's so many amazing different foods to try, so many weird and wonderful things that you've never seen before, and you definitely should try everything because you may never get the opportunity again. And one way of enjoying all this food without getting fat is by limiting the time window that you eat. And by far the easiest way to do that is by delaying your first meal of the day. So having your breakfast around lunchtime. You'll find that breakfast in these countries that you're traveling in is rarely anything special. And usually you spend the morning sorting stuff out, planning what you're going to do for the day. So you may as well just eat a little bit later in the day. And then when you do eat, you can really enjoy what is available. The delicious pad thai, the nasi goreng, the scorpions on the stick, if that's what you're into. If you've not done intermittent fasting before, just try it for about a week. It'll take a bit of time for your body to adjust to the new normal, but once you do it, I assure you it's a fantastic way to control your weight. Lastly, I just want to wrap up by saying, don't worry about it too much. You're traveling to experience new things, meet new people, experience different cultures. If you're thinking about your fitness too much, you'll miss out on the wonderful opportunity of fully immersing yourself in the travel experience. Towards the end of my trip, I was training a lot less, eating very erratically, but it didn't matter. I was having an amazing time. And sure, when I got back, I was a bit tubby and out of shape, but thanks to muscle memory, I managed to go back to my usual self within about 6 weeks, and I had a bank of life-changing experiences to look back on. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below how you stay fit whilst traveling. And if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.